So y'all get a 2-in-1 day or 2 video in 1 day part for today. So we're doing an oil change on the truck. We got the Motorcraft oil filter. I always do Ford oil filters. I always go OEM. But the oil I chose to go with, this motor is supposed to take 520, but since it's an older truck and it's classic, I run high zinc castor oil or Valvoline VR1. They didn't have VR1, so I went with the Castor Oil GTX Classic 20W50, which helps with if there's a little leak in the engine, it kind of thickens up. So nothing too horrible, but we're working on doing an oil change. I already got the oil drained, but I'm waiting on AutoZone to bring me a filter wrench because I don't have the right size one here. And whoever put this oil filter on used a wrench. I normally don't. I normally just go hand tight and everything usually works out fine. But this person who had the truck before me, who did the last oil change, obviously thought it needed a filter wrench put on it. So we're waiting for that. Then we'll get that all cleaned up. Hoping to get the drive shaft pulled today. And maybe get the carburetor off to do the carburetor rebuild. So all of that will be done by the time the transmission gets back in 3 days. I've got to get the transmission pulled tomorrow. Then I'm going to get it dropped off tomorrow. So then it will be done by Friday. And then after Conroe swap meet on Saturday, I should have this truck up and on the road. Fingers crossed, because the dude said he could get it done in 2 days, the transmission rebuild. So hopefully we can get all that done and get this truck moving under its own power this weekend is my goal. My goal was always, I wanted to get it done before the week's over, before next week hits, because the longer I wait to do it, the longer it's just going to sit here and I'm not going to get anything done. Wheels and tires, I have not decided what wheel I want to run. I have 2 options right now. We've got US wheel Series 70s, which kind of look like this, or Vision American Racing. I don't know the model number. I'll post a picture on the story, follow that. And we could go with those. Tires wise, I think I'm going to go General Grabber. Go with some General Grabber street tires. Off-road tires look great on this truck. It really does. But it's not a 4-wheel drive. And it's really going to be a muscle street truck for me. I'm not going to lift it. Honestly, I'm going to leave it how it is and make it like a muscle truck. Because that's what I want to do. Some people might not like that, but it's not a 4-wheel drive truck. If it was a 4-wheel drive truck, I would totally go with that. But it's not a 4-wheel drive truck. So therefore, we are going to switch it up and make it look pretty nice. I just noticed there's a little bit of rot here. I didn't notice that earlier. So I'm going to have to get this piece too on top of just the thing. This whole bedside might need to be replaced, which is fine to replace it. But you can really see the red since I've washed it and cleaned it a little bit. It's it's color code K, which is bright red, was the color of this truck, which it looks really nice. I am going to go ahead and get these ordered. The lenses for everything around, the ones on the side. This side is kind of broken. I haven't really shown this before. This side's really broken. It needs to be replaced. They're all OEM. They're 45 years old. So obviously plastic after 45 years it's going to wear out. Like, badges I'll do later. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, I'm going to drive it how it is once I get it driving. I just want to get this truck driving for right now, and then we'll jump into when I get more money and have a little more money. I'm going to throw money at this truck as I go on. Right now, we're just funding to get it running. And, a little bit of cosmetic upgrades, as in the air filter I threw on today, and then the super stock coil. The coil, there's nothing wrong with the factory one. I just wanted it for looks. It looks 70s. I'm trying to go for the 70s muscles look under the hood. Valve covers, I am going to replace these. I'm not going to repaint these and clean them. I'm just going to end up replacing them. There's no reason to repaint and clean They're factory Ford ones. They have some by Holley and some Ford Performance ones that I really like that I might run on the truck. I don't know yet. I might go Scott Drake if I can find the ones I like from them. But my brother's Bronco has those on them, and I think he lost a valve cover bolt in the motor, and that's why his motor went out from the Scott Drake ones. So we might not do that. I don't know what I'm going to do on that yet. I do know that I do need to order a new power steering pump, which it's like $60. I need to get it ordered. I just haven't done it yet. I will get it done probably this week before I get the truck driving. Other than that, there's not really much that needs to be replaced. Obviously, this probably needs a new lid or replaced. I'll probably just replace it with a new one. Someone has done the brakes on this truck. I can tell just based off of the master cylinder and the booster look replaced. And the brakes on it honestly don't look too bad. Before I get this truck driving, one more thing I have to do. I am going to change all the lug nuts out, the swine lug nuts, when I get the new wheels. I've got to get this lug stud replaced. I have the lug stud. I just haven't had time to jack it up, put it in. I was going to do that while the transmission's out of the truck. When I can roll it over to our shop over there and just get this truck looking good. Tomorrow after I pull the transmission, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up the interior, getting all my tools put back together, and get all that nice and clean. We're going to get this truck looking as good as I can and drive it how it is. Conroe swap meet is this weekend, so I might not get the transmission done on Saturday. It just depends what time we get back. It shouldn't take me too long to get it put in. I am probably going to invest in a transmission jack. If I don't, then I'm just going to run with what I've got. But we're going to get this truck all cleaned up, get it all fixed up, and get it to driving. Because I love my black F-150 over here. Don't get me wrong. I love my 2004. But I want to be able to drive this. And this is great, but this has a lot of miles on it. It has almost 270,000 miles on this truck. And as much as I love this truck and I drive it all the time and it's my daily, it needs a break because it's probably going to have its transmission done soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash this tomorrow, clean this out tomorrow, and I'm going to take the running boards off tomorrow because I don't like them. So I'm going to take the running boards off tomorrow, put those up for sale, and get this cleaned up because as soon as this transmission gets done, this one's got to get done. So I'm going to have to... This one I'm just going to send someone to do. I'm not going to put it in myself. I'm going to put this one in myself to save money on this truck. But this one I need a mechanic's guaranteed that I have warranty on it and everything works. So this one's going to be parked for some time because it does need a new transmission. And so as soon as that gets done, this truck gets done so I have something to drive, this will start to get worked on. And I will be removing this toolbox from this truck and putting it in this truck probably tomorrow because since it's going to be my daily, I have to have my toolbox with me at all times. And honestly, if the toolbox looks good in this truck, I might put these rails I have back on it, which are my utility rails that are custom, which I was going to just sell them. But the side of the bed kind of looks bare without them. So I might put them back on and then just put my toolbox on top of it. But I'll give you all an update tomorrow on what I do tomorrow. I'm waiting on AutoZone. And I will see y'all tomorrow in the next videos. I am going to film a YouTube video of pulling the transmission, pulling the drive shaft, all of that. That will be on the YouTube channel. These are just shorts that I put on TikTok. I will post them on the YouTube shorts. But we'll see what it goes. And I'll see y'all tomorrow on Freewheeling Garage.